E-commerce is a beautiful thing. I recently earned my Google Digital Marketing and certification, or e-commerce certification rather. And here in China, I've got to experience the beauty of WeChat, which is a social media app and website similar to that of Facebook in the United States. And WeChat is very dynamic and useful, and people are using it to make payments when they purchase products. And myself, yesterday, when I was at the barber and got a haircut, Alipay was typically what I use, but due to the fact that some people have a barcode that or rather a machine that they can scan your QR code and barcode and make payment rather easily, some require you to scan their barcode and then type it in a little bit more manually, where there's a few more steps involved, and sometimes that can be declined or caught as suspicious when you're a newbie in a foreign country, as I am in China. And thankfully now I have created a Bank of China account in which I can now connect that to WeChat, and the guy who cut my hair was kind enough to let me pay him later and let me leave the barbershop without concern of me doing so. Later the same day at night, once I got my bank account established, I added him as a friend on WeChat, and I was able to simply just click his WeChat and click the plus sign, and it took me straight to his QR code connected to WeChat, and I can send him money. Something I've not yet seen on Facebook or other apps or websites in the United States, though we do have PayPal and Cash App, which some use, and Cash App was recently compromised in the United States, and that's a concern as well when you have hacking and so forth. But I have a friend who's lived in China many years, and he's never had any issues with hacking or fraudulent money disbursement, transfers, e-commerce. And that being said, he told me himself he would never make a cash deposit in an ATM back in the United States, but he does so here without problems whatsoever. So it's a beautiful thing to see and compare the way countries operate financially. You know, money, cash, currency actually began in China, so it's not surprising they're ahead of the world. They don't actually allow Bitcoin and other things like that at the moment because it's not traceable and trackable. And I think there's some wisdom to that. Warren Buffett's not a big believer in Bitcoin and digital currency at the moment, but as it pertains to e-commerce and WeChat and sending money electronically, I myself have over the years been rather cautious, but now living in China, it being a cashless society, I am now making the adjustments and seeing the wisdom of a cashless economy within reason, and it's a good experience thus far. As long as the society in which you're living is honest, upright, and not immoral, it works rather well. But back home in the United States, there's a lot of fraud and corruption, whether it be in government or in finance, in financial institutions. To provide an example, ATMs in China, I was told by some people who've lived here many years, they don't charge fees to use them, unlike the United States where they have multiple fees. You go to the airports in China, they give you a free luggage cart for your bags, whereas in the United States you arrive, doesn't matter if you're from a foreign country and have no US currency or credit cards in hand, they'll charge you $6 or more just to get a luggage cart. So again, the wisdom of China and the kindness and the integrity of this people, this economy, and making it something that's accessible to all. We can all learn from each other, and I have much good to say about the nation and the people of China. Have a great day wherever you are in the earth, my friend.